Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Healing Through Awareness. This is our weekly live series that my friend and I, my lovely friend Zanetta and I created to bring more awareness and healing to this world because I believe this is so needed right now at the moment. While we wait for my lovely friend to join us, we had some technical issues again. So yeah, we created these weekly series to bring more awareness to this world. We are inherently whole and perfect, our I am presence, but our human selves have been conditioned to dysfunctional patterns, and together with my lovely friend Zanetta, who is an NLP and mindfulness coach, we are going to combine our gifts today and uncover and transform those patterns and step into deeper self-awareness and healing. We are still waiting for her to join. While we wait for her to join, let me introduce myself. I am Victoria, a spiritual alchemist, astrologer, and intuitive, and I help souls shift from survival to creation, turning pain into power, and I help them uncover their earthly mission and purpose through alchemy and astrology. There you are. Do you see me now? No. Can someone confirm in the comments that they see both of us and hear both of us? I don't know what's going on, but I think it's best if we just go with it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think let's just go with it in case if there is any particular issue that we are not able to resolve. And I will pretend I see you, but obviously I don't. This is gonna be a bit weird, but can you see me? Can you confirm?
Yeah.
Can anybody confirm if they can see us both? Please. There is somebody also waiting. Can you check, please? Is this wonderful person is waiting to enter? There is one person who would like to enter or not.
Or we can start over and you start the live.
I would say let's just go ahead. And the reason being is because it's just probably could be any issues and we're just gonna mess around and play around and obviously let's just start up. It's okay. Can you see me, Victoria?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, that's amazing. Then it probably will be an issue on my side, I would say. But it's okay. I will not touch the screen just in case. Yeah, so thank you so much. I heard that you have started the introduction of yourself.
Yeah, I started my introduction, and I just wanted to go on and talk a little bit about my group program that I created.
Lovely.
So yeah, this is an 8-week group program called Heaven Activation, designed to help you go from victimhood to conscious creation. And in the first half, we are alchemizing the old, so we alchemize some blocked emotions, mindset, and work on your energy. In the second half of the program, we are stepping into creator mode and embodying your heaven on earth. And this is something that I created through my own journey, transforming and alchemizing toxic relationships, addiction, codependency, and victimhood. And it carries everything that I've gathered over more than a decade of study and practice. And besides this, I also offer one-on-one sessions and astrology readings. So if any of these resonate with you or you want to know more, feel free to message me. I will send you the details. So yeah, I already talked about this series that we are doing, the Healing Through Awareness. So I also want to thank each and every one of you who joined the group and who supports our work. We are truly grateful for your presence, and we would love to see your reflections, questions, shares. Feel free to comment during the live or reach out if something comes up, whether here or in message in private. So yeah, I've spoken enough, so let me pass it on to you, my lovely friend.
No, you never do. You never do. So it was beautiful. Thank you so much. Obviously, before I introduce myself to those who doesn't know me, who is on live right now, it's basically I would like to also take this opportunity to thank you that you took time from your busy schedule and you are able to join these amazing sessions that we'd like to offer you and to become aware of unaware thoughts. And so hope you will find these sessions quite useful, and so you can use it in your daily life. So my name, because before actually I continue, obviously I wanted to say that the healing begins not with the force, but is so important that we become in a loving awareness. So awareness is so essential. So my name is Aneta, and I am a certified NLP and a mindfulness coach. And my mission is basically to allow and to help to guide any of my clients or any of you who are here with us from today on and onwards, is basically to offer you some tools, giving you practical tools that you could use for the daily life, and show you that the easy way to become actually and able to live a healthy, fulfilled life, it is through awareness. And so thank you for coming, and hopefully we can able to change your old self and to become the new one that you've been striving for, but you've never been able to do it on your own. So that's why we are here. As Victoria, my dear friend, said, we are here to basically to help you to become aware and to do our best to give you good samples how to do so. So
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah,
Victoria, it's a great, I think we're gonna have we are having a really great topic, and it's a topic that probably everybody can resonate with. And of course, that one is the critic and a pleaser, right?
yeah. Also, I want to say that I'm so excited because we are back finally. I forgot to mention that we started this series back in July, but we had some technical issues in August. But here we are, back again. And yeah,
Yes,
here to serve you. And yeah, today's topic is the inner critic and the pleaser, which are the two sides of the same wound, right?
absolutely, absolutely. So, in many cases, obviously, we have this critic, the inner voice, that it's normally criticizing us. And then when we are not aware of this, then we are the second part, which is the pleasing. So these are quite normal patterns that we do. We all probably all our life have been having these two type of personalities within us without realizing that. It's just basically because we had unmet needs when we were children, perhaps, that we never been given enough of love or feeling of safety. And so we have created this mask, this personality that it is just there for our safety anyhow. What do you think? How is your experience with this, Victoria?
Yeah, so I think that what is at the root of all of this is feeling unloved. Um, and yeah, this topic is very close to my heart. I used to have a very loud inner critic, and I know how heavy that voice can get when you've been through a lot of painful things and experiences and deep emotional pain. But what I've learned is that basically the inner critic is not evil. It is it's your ego's defense system. It's a defense mechanism. So
Yeah,
it was built to keep you small and safe, um, to shrink you, but to protect you from more pain, right?
absolutely.
And if
And
you've been
so,
through a lot, this voice gets louder and louder, and because it doesn't want you to get hurt again. And yeah, it can manifest either in pleasing or in inner. It's just a different manifestation. So one is more inner, the other is more outer, but yeah.
absolutely, you said it so beautifully because I think, including myself, even myself, I just resonate with this all my life. And obviously, we didn't know. We thought this is just a normal way of thinking. This is a normal way of being. And then, so when the voice of judgment coming in, which is this is the inner critic, when we actually compare ourselves to others, and when we don't feel enough, we just thought that this is something normal to be and to feel like, right? Because the inner critic, the only thing it does is basically, as you said it yourself, until you don't realize, is to save you. But the safety, obviously, this is a chain that we need to break. So it usually comes also, how do you actually can recognize, because many of us, or many of you who actually started the journey now, or the ones they are already working on themselves and getting or realizing the awareness. So how actually you could see that it is coming to you. So it can come up, for example, as a self-sabotage. You are self-sabotaging yourself because of your inner critic, the negative voice is keep coming up, right? Or procrastination. Many of us are procrastinating, for example, we can give them samples later on, Victoria, so then perhaps we can allow them to see clearly. Or the perfectionism, that's also a very, very typical a way of inner criticism that it comes in. And I realize I have many clients who are actually quite perfectionists. And you know what is the funny thing is they do believe that is a beautiful state to be. When you are perfect. I remember my father, he was always so perfect. Everything has to be just exactly how to the perfectionism. So we actually we don't realize that this is why we brought this session up, because we don't realize that these things actually are a type of pattern or belief that it doesn't serve us, right?
Yeah. Yes, and as you said, we were conditioned to basically believe in this perfectionism, which is actually a lie. It's an illusion. Perfection, I don't think it exists, right?
No.
I mean,
Big,
we are actually perfect and whole as we are, but what we think is perfect is an illusion, right?
what you said it yourself in quite beautifully. Exactly. In a reality, in a universal spiritual law, and as who we are, who ever discovered by now, we're not going to get to that subject now. But once you know who you are, then, as you said it yourself so beautifully, you are perfect in every possible way, in every sense. We are perfect. But the perfectionism, which is based on action, it's a total different story, right?
Mhm.
So basically, I wanted to ask you, have you ever actually met anyone who feel as perfectionist, and how do you actually see how they are? What is the actions they do?
Um, I mean, I carried this pattern
Yourself, there you
within
go. You
me.
are. That's
Yeah,
actually even better. That's perfect.
yeah.
You are the
So
best sample.
yeah, I carried this pattern within me, and I mean, I met a lot of people, including some of my family members, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the how this shows up is basically um, being very having high self criticism, um, never feeling good enough, right?
Wow. Yes, absolutely.
And also like people pleasing, trying to control the outside, self-abandoning for harmony in relationships, and also having it can manifest also like scattered identity, like how would I say, like being over adaptable to the
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think also the perfectionism is also, it's a kind of you have this fear of rejection and failure, so you have to be perfect. Like, for example, I wouldn't call myself like a perfectionist. I never been, but I know that when I was younger, in a group of friends, you wanted to fit in, and so instead of feeling rejection, so sometimes you say things as a pleaser, you do things that you don't want to do, but because you have that feeling of pleasing others, then it just gives you this sense of um, fulfillment, or rather serving others, but in the meantime you are the one who's suffering inside, right? So
Yeah,
there it comes in so many packages, this type of perfectionism or criticism, the inner talk or the self-doubt. I
yeah,
remember self-doubt, I think the self-doubt is one of the main one, right? I think we still do have some self-doubt when we want to do something new, when we're not sure how it's gonna end. And of course the doubt creeps in.
yeah, yeah. This feeling, like for me, that I used to live in this feeling that I was never enough, And
Yeah.
that inner voice really pushed me to exhaustion and made me lose myself in others, and you know, trying to please everyone. And but when I realized that this is a survival pattern, actually, that this is not my true um, inner voice, right? Then
Yes.
I could transmute it when I became aware of it, right? So I turned the inner critic to become my inner guide. So I alchemized it, right, and the pleaser into um, my authentic self. So what was your experience
So
with this?
yeah, it is basically what I normally had is, as I said to you, self-doubt, always have been fear of rejection, but not just in a relationship, but rather fear of rejection in business, in work, and as an adult until um, over 10 years ago, um, also pleasing personality, even with your parents. Um, so, and obviously many times when we have this inner critic pleasing personality, many of us struggle with setting up boundaries as well, for example.
Oh,
So
that's a big
because,
one.
and that's one of the big one, and I think many of us struggle with that. So in a best case, like we said, yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just say it, and I'm just gonna put an end to it. And so when it comes doing it, then we stop ourselves because we have the fear. Oof, what if I set this boundary and then I lose the person, I lose my job, I lose money, I will not take deeper action, because every action we thought is a reaction, which is correlated to something negative. So the boundaries are the same. But then once you are aware that you are this, who you have actually created yourself over the years, and then you are aware of it, then basically with that, it's much easier to change it. And so the question is here. So when you started to realize, how did it actually make you feel that you realize that this is actually not you? This is something that you've been kind of programmed to do. So I think that some cases, many people, when they realize, oh, is this not me? Is it that I just created to save myself from the pain? And so when they realize that, that's a huge shock, right?
Yeah, that's a big
The
realization.
self-realization. It's so. How did you feel when you find out that this is actually you can work on? And how was the journey?
Yeah, I mean, the first, when you realize it, it's painful and it's hard to admit. And you know, um, yeah, but then you realize that you can change it, right? And it's now
Absolutely.
your responsibility. So first it becomes like something that's weighing you down, like, but then it frees you.
Yes. And then this is the decision that many of us have to take into account quite seriously. Do I want to go through this journey? That it will be painful, because that was my realization when I have come across some certain information and I said, wow, this is not me. I can change all that. And so, as you said it yourself, that it is painful, right? It's painful to realize that how all these years we didn't take responsibility for ourselves. We've been just kind of drifting through life. And so when you have this chance to take a decision, because it's all about decisions in life and chances, then that's also another part of scaredness that it creeps in. So from fear to more fear.
Yeah.
Because when you ask for healing, then the universe is just so kind to us to give us more, just to make sure that are you sure you're going to go through this journey? And then when you say yes, then be ready. I always say be ready. Because what happens is that the critics might tell you, yes, I am ready, because I am not good enough. And then obviously when you are negative, first I'm going to say, when you are negative, so your critic is going to say, I am not good enough. I am, for example, ugly, or I am small, I am too big, I'm not clever enough. And then you have the pleasing personality. Well, I'm going to work more. I'm going to gain more. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that I am actually that who I need to be, but not for me, for others, for you, for my father, for my mother, for my sister, whoever is there.
Yeah. Yeah, we try to control the outside world and please, but we are making a war within ourselves to
Oh, yes,
yeah.
yes. And the thing is that we have to be so aware, and we have to be so um, kind of compassionate and loving to ourselves, that this journey, when we have made the final decision to take on and to work on ourselves and to realize that there is a possibility and you can change and be and do whatever you want, but it's a journey, we have to respect with a loving compassion towards ourselves. Because I remember when I started this journey, I didn't know the process, but then I was really harsh with myself. So when you take a decision, you still continue, those inner critics. Oh, but I started a journey, and you know what, it's really not working. I feel the same. So to realize that this is normal because it takes a while. Imagine 40 years or 30 years or whatever years you've been living this type of person with this
Respect.
personality. So
Yeah.
obviously it takes a while, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes, this is ingrained deeply within us, and it's not an overnight process. It takes layers. It depends on what you've been going through, what you experienced, and all of that, right?
absolutely, it is like a circle to when you are this journey that you many times we revise the past, we go back and then relive it with a story that it never actually helped us. But sometimes it is essential at some point to do so, so that you can realize who you are, who you've been, in order to change that. So the awareness is not just become aware of that, but you need to go a bit deeper and, to find out who you are, what you're doing, why you're doing it. And so these are the questions that you need to give to realize that it is go much deeper.
Yeah.
And also it's not just that, but also it is grained already in our physiology, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And also I want to take it a bit further from here. Um, so it takes
Amazing.
layers and it takes time to uncover this and all of that, but then comes a moment when you have to meet that inner critic with compassion and say, I take over from here. right?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
to not keep looping in this healing and all of that, but to become the new, your higher self, your new version, the one that is whole and is authentic, right? And
And
not
complete, whole and complete and perfect.
yeah,
But as you said it yourself, a recognition of being truth and totally 100% honest to yourself,
yeah,
emotionally, to be responsible for this beautiful discovery. I think it's so amazing when you discover that who you've been, and the most beautiful journey is who you will become once you realize who you don't want to be, right?
yeah. And then
And
you
so,
have a choice.
absolutely. That's why you and me, when we have met first time and we started to discuss how could we actually guide or perhaps to show others who are ready or on a verge of ready become aware, or they know there is something more. They know that they can actually do something about this. Or to those who are not aware, but once we start to talk and giving some samples, we are able to kind of reinforce to see them and then to resonate with us. And this is the beauty that you and me, we've been talking about it to how we could actually have, because we know we went through the journey, and it's a hard journey. It's really painful journey. There's going to be loads of cry and loads of sadness.
Yeah,
But then again, there is another decision how long I'm going to do that. Now there is more and more, even in NLP and what you're doing with, with the cosmic alchemy. Now we realize that this is a journey, that it doesn't have to last that long, right? There are so many beautiful tools that we can give you, all of you who are ready to take this journey. So, my dear, what kind of tools do you think, or at least let's give them one tool that perhaps they could use daily in their daily life, and eventually we can literally increase the possibility of them perhaps choosing the best tool for everyone, because every tool is great, but everybody has to need to find their own niche which works for better for them. So what works for me not necessarily will work for you, right?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, the tool I would recommend people do is write a letter from their higher self to their self-critic. So this takes like 10 minutes, nothing crazy. So you basically write a letter from your higher self, this that is actually like perfect, whole, and complete, that leads with love, not fear. And you tell
Oh,
your inner
beautiful.
critic, you are safe now. I don't need to earn my worth. I don't have to perform to be loved. I'm taking over from here, and add whatever you want, right? And just this kind of let your higher self reparent this voice within you. That's basically the point.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That is so beautiful. It's like you are literally soothing your inner child within yourself to say that we've never been there for you. And then once you write this letter, is to say also your inner child, I'm sorry I didn't look after you all these years. I didn't even know you there. And so once you write, it's like you open up this little Pandora box to the inner child to feel, okay, so now we start the journey. That is really beautiful. I love that.
thank you. Yeah, this is really transformational, and it actually takes you all the way to the end goal. So, I mean, there is like uncovering, healing, and all that we mentioned, but this can take you right to that end, right?
Yes, absolutely. Because obviously, I think the biggest pain and the biggest suffering what we see nowadays is not that what is happening with us right now, and there are tools. Is that the beauty? Is that where we want to go? And so, with that, what you said, the ceremony of writing this beautiful letter to yourself, it's opening a new way of life, looking at things in a different way, through a different lens, and then give you this beautiful opportunity to grow for yourself, to become the person who you really truly came to be, right?
Yeah.
Because the healing, as you know, and as Victoria and myself, we've been doing, it can be a long way because there are loads of onions we need to peel off. But this is a beautiful way of starting this journey. And once you have the letter in hand, there could be also another beautiful way of discovering and helping your beautiful soul, your heart to heal is through journaling. So questioning every single thing that you do and why you're doing it. And once you recognize what you're doing, you're starting to basically know yourself again, know you, the true self, who you are.
Yes, amazing. So,
It's beautiful.
um, I wanted to talk a little bit about the astrology aspect of this topic that we are talking about. So, um, for I will start with myself. So I'm a Pisces rising, which means that my descendant is in Virgo. So that makes my shadow side, right? So um, I was very self-critical, and I had a perfectionist tendency, and also people pleasing, right? But in astrology, um, this shows up um, in most, I would say, in Virgo, in the sign of Virgo. So that would be like self-criticism, perfectionism, never being good enough. They are very nitpicky. They have to have everything lined up perfectly, you know, the OCD and all that. Um, Also, we have it's so Virgo is actually the critic that is turned inward, but then we have the Libra, which is more of like people pleasing, self-abandonment for harmony, which is turned more inward, like bending, adapting, trying to earn love through approval. And then we have also the Gemini, which can have a scattered identity, over explaining things, and fear of being wrong. And this is what I call the over adapter, that is
Mm-hmm.
shape shifting identity to avoid rejection. But
That's beautiful.
none of these are actually who you are. You can transmute this, so Virgo can become this. They can develop discernment. Libra can become authentic in connections, and Gemini can become adaptable and true.
Beautiful. That's really nice. So even though it not necessarily need to be that, but these are the tendencies of being, right?
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, these can show up.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think once you know all this, what you just explained, all these qualities, and you know precisely when you do the horoscope reading, right, or the beta astrology,
Yeah.
then that will open up even more awareness to that particular person, individual, and then he discover more qualities, and that's even higher awareness, because everything is a loop, right?
Yes.
Once you know this, then it's looping to that, and that, and then it finally becomes like a tree with all
Yeah.
those beautiful branches that they all have meaning. They are connecting to each other.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I think even myself, for example, if anyone is obviously you already explained that what is that you offer to the audience, that they can take this beautiful advantage and go further and deeper. So it's the same on me. Obviously, I do group sessions and one-to-one coaching as well. There will be shortly another course coming up for basically all that what we're talking about. So will be a 6 weeks course, nicely explained and worked on. So then to go even more deeper.
yeah, yeah, and you are also like well known in spirituality, and you're a certified NLP and mindfulness coach, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the journey started first on a spiritual journey. It started a spiritual journey, awakening, well over 13 years ago, and then eventually led to my purpose. And so this is my real purpose. And obviously I studied to be certified NLP and mindfulness, to become a mindfulness coach. So, and I love, actually, that's why I love uh, working with you, because the spirituality, the universe is very, very much connected to all. These are just bits of particular things that we are unfolding at the moment, but it all has the connection. We are all connected, so
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Once you discover and you become aware, then many things will be opening up to you, to your awareness, that it's nice if you don't use too much of your analytical, skeptical mind, but that's a journey again that we all do.
Yeah.
So,
As the famous psychiatrist Carl Jung said, the privilege of
mm,
this lifetime is to become who you truly are, right? And
absolutely.
I want to say that Jeanette is really, she's very loving and kind, and I had the honor to listen to her meditations, and she has a really beautiful voice, really
Oh,
opening and activating. So to anyone who is considering working with her, I highly recommend. Um,
thank you, my dear. That's an absolute honor to hear. Thank you. So I think we come to a conclusion to say that it's a beautiful journey, and we are very, very grateful for all of you who are here or who will be with us in this beautiful journey. And I think, Victoria, do you remember we have actually spoken about today that we said we're going to add to this group that this is not just us, you and me, talking and helping you to be aware, but this is what we try to create, is to have this amazing group where we all can share any thoughts, any feelings,
yeah,
and then basically just to become a more awakened to everything. So it's kind of like a support group. So we can trust each other confidentially, and then able to be there for each other. So that's the reason, right, that we opened this group. Victoria?
Yeah, yeah. Our intention is to have a community where we have a safe place to open up, to share what we are going through, have support, you know, just be here for each other. And also, another thing is I heard from a lot of people that they don't really know English, they don't understand. So we are announcing that we will be doing a few sessions in Hungarian. So that's
Yes.
new.
So I think this is beautiful, Victoria, right? Because in this way, we can actually spread and help even more people in different languages that we speak so many, and so then we can give the opportunity to those who have not have the opportunity to learn English, so we can use our own languages, because me and Victoria, we both actually speak, well, our mother tongue is Hungarian. So hopefully in this way we are able to get into this beautiful community of Hungarians as well, or whoever speaks Hungarian.
Yeah, reach more people.
Yes, yes. Well, fabulous. Is there any questions, or anyone would like to ask any questions at all?
Um, I don't see any questions so far,
Mhm. Yeah.
but we can end this with a few affirmations.
Yes, let's go.
So,
I leave this in your beautiful hand.
um, my affirmations are: I choose love over performance, I choose presence over perfection, and I belong fully to myself.
And I would like to add to this only one single affirmation to those who they don't feel enough or they don't love themselves, to say that I love myself, I honor myself, I value myself, and I respect myself no matter what.
Ooh,
Because this is who we are. But everything starts from within, right?
yeah,
The acceptance of who we are and loving us so deeply, no matter what, no matter who is around us, no matter of the circumstances, we have to love and accept ourselves just the way we are.
yeah.
And then from there on, you will rise to your perfection if that is your aim. But you are beautiful. So thank you so
Amazing.
much, my beautiful, beautiful friend. It's always
Thank
such a
you.
pleasure talking to you, although it's been a bit challenging for me that I don't see you.
Yeah. Hopefully we resolve that the next time.
Absolutely.
But yeah, thank you also for being here and sharing this space.
Thank
And
you.
yeah,
And thank you all those who are watching now and being a part of this short session, and all those people who will be able to watch in their free time. And as we said it with Victoria, please, please don't be afraid. This group is not about judgment. We are not here to judge. We are here to embrace who we are, what we are, and where we want to go. And we are just here to help you and to help even us, not just you, us, all of us.
yeah.
So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, amazing. We had a wonderful session, and see you again next week.
Next Thursday, 7 o'clock here.
Yeah,
Thank you. Have
thank
a
you.
wonderful evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye.